Hey, how's it going? For today's video, I'm going to talk about a topic that everyone knows and loves, the cookie. And not just any cookie, no, the chocolate chip cookie, the best cookie known to man. If you don't agree, you're a fool. There are many types of chocolate chip cookies, but now, we all know which one's the best. Say it with me now at the same time. You ready? 3, 2, 1, soft chocolate chip cookies. Did you just say crunchy? Now, obviously, we're going to be talking about soft cookies versus crunchy hard cookies. And which one's better? I think you're going to know the answer to this one. But before we get into an insane argument about why I'm right, let's go over the history of cookies. Now, the year was 1834, and a man by the name of John Chip decided, I want to make a cake that is very flat. Now, John Chip was known for baking a lot of things that seemed unconventional at the time, but were really good. People used to say, let him cook. Hence giving him the nickname, Cookie. So stupid. Now, before he was working with cakes, and eventually the cookie, John Chip originally made something known as the chocolate chip, naming it after himself because he's an egotistical son of a bitch. And with his amazing invention, the chocolate chip, he wanted to implement that in a cake, but a flat one, because he's weird. Anyway, after 15 years of development, he finally made the perfect invention, the chocolate chip cookie. But sadly, just as John invented his lovely invention, their evil brand known as Nestle swept in. The evil brand known as Nestle swept in and stole his idea and named it their own invention. And because of this, John ended up severely broke and ended up retiring in a retirement home. Alone. And that is the sad history of chocolate chip cookies. Anyway, on to the real point of the video. Growing up as a wee little lad, my mother used to make several chocolate chip cookies. And these cookies were, believe it or not, ooey gooey and delicious. And because of that reason, I like cookies that are soft and amazing and not terrible and crunchy. Now, several people will argue that crunchy cookies are better than soft cookies. They're just wrong. That's just what it is. I'm sorry. You're wrong if you think that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're bad cookies. Crunchy cookies are pretty damn good. I also grew up with them. In fact, these are the ones I grew up with the most. Not Chips Ahoy. Chips Ahoy sucks. If you like Chips Ahoy, I will fight you. Moving on. Now, these cookies are amazing. Don't get me wrong. But there's just one issue with them. Every time you bite one of these, it's just a dust storm. And I know you're thinking, Josh, what do you mean? What do you think I mean? This is disgusting. Now listen, they're really good, but this is so messy. It's a good cookie. It is. But it's not as satisfying as a soft, ooey gooey, delectable cookie. You know what I'm saying? And listen, again, these are really good cookies. Crunchy cookies are pretty good, except Chips Ahoy. Again, they're so dry, they taste like garbage. I will fight you. But also, the biggest thing is the chocolate chips themselves in the cookie are not melted. They're not nice, necessarily. Don't get me wrong, they could be. But would you rather have a nice, melty chocolate chip cookie, or one that's solid and tastes like you're eating sand? That's what I thought. It's what I thought. I knew. Now, I grew up with the ooey gooey cookie known as Entenmann's. And you might be wondering, Josh, why is the box half empty? I've been eating them before the video. It's an issue. Moving on. Now, I recently saw a video by Jay Schlatt talking about these cookies, and he said they taste like rubber. It's like you're chewing rubber. He's wrong. He's wrong about that. These are amazing. I think this video is just an excuse for me to eat cookies. I really think that's just what this is. Anyway, we're getting off topic here. These cookies are fantastic. They're nice and gooey, and they're pretty small. So you don't feel like an asshole when you eat like 50 million of them, as opposed to big cookies that you eat 50 million of, and then you go, wow, my life is so sad. And recently when I was grocery shopping, I found possibly the best cookie ever. There is a company called Pepperidge Farm. You might know Pepperidge Farm. You might remember them. I know Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
And they have this cookie known as Montauk. You know that little tiny tip of Long Island, that little thing where it's like the end, you know that? Yeah, Montauk. Montauk cookies, not sponsored. But imagine if I was, that'd be pretty. These cookies are so good. They're pretty large too, I gotta admit. These are like, you know, I'll show you in a second. Can't just reveal it yet. The chocolate chunks in these cookies are fantastic. The dough they used is fantastic. Everything about this cookie is so good. Pepperidge Farm, please sponsor me. Look at this cookie. Look at this godlike cookie. It's incredible. I shouldn't. No, I mustn't. No, I can't help myself. Excuse me, sorry. These cookies are fantastic. They're really good. I recommend them. I can't recommend them enough. Now I know what you're thinking. Josh, crunchy cookies can be good. And you're right, they can be. But a lot of the times, they suck when compared to soft cookies. But there is one exception. There is one hard cookie that is not technically a chocolate chip cookie, but there is one hard cookie that I will agree is pretty damn good, and that is the infamous Oreo cookie. These cookies are so good that I could eat way too many of them in one sitting and feel sick. Don't look at me weird, you know you've done it too. You know you've done it too, okay? But what's the best way to enjoy Oreo cookies, you might be asking, right? You dunk them in milk when they get soft, hence making it a soft cookie. Checkmate, atheists. Checkmate, liberals. So this video goes out to all of you soft cookie haters. I'm looking at you, Jay Schlatt, and I'm just telling you, you're wrong. You're just wrong. You're doing it for attention. That's clearly it. That's clearly it. That's clearly it. And you know what? Shame on you. Anyways, that's all for this video. I hope you agree with me on this one. Soft cookies are the best. Let me know in the comments if I'm right or wrong. You better be agreeing with me in there. So help me. So help me. And as always, I will see you in the next video. So until then, bye-bye now. Au revoir. Goodbye. Sayonara. What do you think I mean? This is disgusting. I mean, just look at me. It's this everything. I'm such an idiot. It's so good. I can't help myself. What the fuck is wrong with me? And because of this, John ended up severely broke and ended up retiring in a retirement home. Alone. It's so stupid. It's a good cookie.